still in London, still at the Goldwell KMS Academy, and we're going to have John Moroney introduce us to these two lovely ladies and tell us why they're sitting here.
Hi everybody out on Modern Salon Periscope. I'm John Moroney, the VP and Global Creative Director for Goldwell and KMS. And as Ann said, we're here in the Goldwell KMS Academy in the heart of central London. And if you saw our last Periscope, I explained a little bit about what we were doing here. We're starting the process, the creative process for the Color Zoom 17 collection, which will debut in Stockholm at the Global Zoom event on October 3rd through the 5th. But most importantly, for all of you back in the US, I want to give a shout out to all of my friends in the US, but I'm so proud to bring you and introduce you to these two amazingly talented and creative women. This is Harley Labasso from Delray Beach, Florida, who is the winner of the Global Gold Award for the Creative Colorist category at Global Zoom last year in Las Vegas, and Corinne Brown from Seattle, Washington, who was the winner of our Partner category. And our Partner category is for those stylists who also are part-time educators for Goldwell. So it's a completely unique category within the Goldwell world. So ladies, tell us, Team USA! Now, ladies, first of all, how does it feel to be here in London? Have you ever been here before?
The last time I was in London was for Color Zoom.
Oh, okay.
3 years ago.
Right. 3 years ago. Yeah, great.
This is my first time here.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And what do you guys think of London so far?
I love the
Super cool.
the old architecture. It's so fun to be surrounded by history and art.
Yeah. So you're getting some time to go around and see everything in London as well.
Yeah, super cool. You could feel all the creativity through the streets.
Yeah. So what are we doing here? What do you guys do? Why don't you tell everyone back in the US what you guys are doing here this week?
We are working on creating the trend for 2017.
So yes, can I tell them what we've been doing?
Of course we
So
can.
yesterday we met with some trend forecasters who told us what might be up and coming, and we took all that information and we have a pretty good idea of where we're going to go with it. And today we're actually in the Academy here in London working on color swatches.
So tell us about, now you're trying to come up with a color palette. Tell us what you've been doing. I mean, without giving anything secret away.
I know.
But tell us. So, what's the process been?
One of the most amazing things about this experience is that you get to work with the creative master team and see how they dissect and interpret different trends and how everybody can come together and work on sharing ideas. That alone in itself is really freaking cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And learning that all creative language, we're all speaking the same creative language, I think is really neat.
So, we've decided on, mostly on the colors that we'll be using for this collection. And with that decision comes figuring out how to actually create those colors with our whole portfolio. So today we've been creating colors on hair swatches, and we've had some major successes and some things that we need to twerk a little bit too, but it's really incredible to get input, like Harley said, from people who are masters, and everybody's been so respectful and so kind and receptive of all of our ideas. I think that Harley and I can probably both say that both of our personalities and ideas have really been embraced today, especially.
Absolutely.
So cool. So I want to go back to Las Vegas for just a minute. And how long, first of all, do you remember what it was like when your name was called for the gold?
Yeah.
Once they announced the silvers, did you think you still had a shot?
No.
I felt like I'd been exercising for weeks because I was holding my stomach muscles so tight that they were like throbbing for days.
Yeah. Now, I know, Harley, you made quite a splash walking up onto the stage with the most innovative and cool footwear. And again, I think you brought your passion for footwear here to London, where no one has even batted an eye.
No, I'm normal around this point.
So now that it's sank in, and you knew I won and I'm going to create the collection, now that you're here, what does that feel like?
I don't think it feels really real yet. We've dived in. Like, we are swimming in Color Zoom 2017. But it still feels like this doesn't happen to normal people like me. This doesn't happen to me.
But
So-
it did.
It did. It sure did.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful.
You know, it's nice to be critiqued by your peers and have them really appreciate your work and get recognized. I mean, I can't put that into words what that feels like. It's just so special when to hear your name being called and that they liked what you did. You know, you're always your toughest critic, but your peers can be pretty tough critics.
Do you think most hairstylists are their own toughest critic as well?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah? Why do you think that is?
Well, it's just like you said, the creative process. This is great, this is shit, I'm shit.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's like, it makes you feel normal.
You
being
kind of go through all
around-
those
yes.
emotions.
And
Yeah.
it makes you feel normal being around all these other creative people who
Right.
share the same feelings no matter where they are. You know, we're all feeling the same thing.
So I know there's probably a lot of people out there that think, God, you guys are on the dream of a career to be able to come and do something like this. But you know the old saying that says 1,000-mile journey starts with a single step. What made you decide? Why did you enter the Color Zoom Challenge? What made you do it?
I entered for two reasons. The first reason was Traditional Rebels was so amazing and so inspiring, and there were piercings and tattoos for the first time, and it felt like Goldwell got really cool. Goldwell had always been so beautiful, and then it got this edge to it, which I appreciated. And then also a friend of mine placed third in the creative category the year before, and I was like, if she can place third, I can certainly try to at least place.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Now, Harley, you've entered for several years.
Yes.
Why do you keep entering?
I love it. I love it. I feel like it's the challenge that pushes you. I always said it's my little thing is that it's the red phone calling to all artists to be creative, and it's your chance to challenge yourself and get uncomfortable. You should be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And
Wow,
it's the
yeah.
force that drives you every day when you come to your chair. You know, you need to use everything as a chance to get better. The first time when we say to ourselves, oh, I'm great, you know, this is it, you're done. There's nowhere to go but down. So this keeps you always going up.
That's awesome. So, you know, doing this, because this is a whole project in and of itself, a whole undertaking. Plus, you both are working behind the chair, managing a full-time clientele. What kind of support did you have back at home? And, you know, did your clients get involved with supporting you as well? I mean, like cheering you
Oh my
on?
God, clients loved it. They ate it up. They even cheered Corinne on. Like,
Yeah.
we built this whole family of people that it was just crazy. I mean, they felt like they knew her, and after training from New York, they were
Uh-huh.
like, when I came back and told them, they were like, oh my God, she's amazing, we love her. I mean, and between the clients and our staff,
Yeah.
my staff was so great. Shout out to Hair by Scott, Scott, and my husband Joe. I miss you guys. But you saw at the competition,
Yeah.
they came with Team USA shirts. I mean, it became like you felt like people were really getting it, like the Olympics.
Yeah.
Just how people got into the real Olympics, they're now getting into the Hair Olympics.
Now, Corinne, at the same time you were entering, you had just moved from Eastern Washington
Yeah.
to Seattle.
Yeah.
And you had to build a whole new clientele.
Yeah.
What was that
Yeah.
like? I mean,
Yeah.
talk about upending your whole world.
Yeah, that definitely happened.
Yeah.
So I had moved across my state to a way bigger city where there are lots of hairdressers, and I feel like I'm a really good hairdresser, but I didn't know anybody. So I was building a clientele, and then all of a sudden I had placed gold in the United States. And then all of a sudden, there were people talking about me more, and my chair was filling up faster,
Wow.
which is fabulous for my pocketbook. But also, as I was training to compete, my time for training went slowly and slowly away. So I spent a lot of Sundays and Monday nights and a lot of time at the salon training, and I had an incredible amount of support from people who had just met me. I mean, the salon I had moved to at Salon Circa in Seattle really embraced me and supported me. I had been there for 6 months, and they cheered me on. They came to Vegas, supported me, watched me
That's
win.
awesome.
I know, 6 months. I was a stranger to them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I think if people aren't ready to compete yet or juniors, having them want to help you makes them feel like they're a part of the
Yeah.
competition. So it's not just for you; it can be for the whole salon as
Do you
well.
think any of the people you know or the people that work in your salon stuff, that seeing you win in the process, do you think that's going to make them want to win, maybe take away some of the fear?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we've entered. I've had another girl win for the U.S. Vivian, who won
Right.
for Real Illusion,
Right.
and she was like, you know what? I see how much fun you're having. I'm gonna just keep going and do it again.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
And my salon is a more mature client, more mature staff, and they haven't really entered sorts of things like that before. And this year, I think we're going to have 3 or 4 people enter for the first time ever, which I think is really amazing. And they're established hairdressers who've been doing hair for 40 years, and they're still pushing themselves
Wow.
because Color Zoom is so exciting.
Tell me, because I know we're going to probably need to sign off here in a second, but if you could tell any of the stylists that are watching out there on Modern Salon a reason why they should enter or why they should pick up that red phone, what would it be?
That's a heavy question.
I know.
And you always want me to give one word answer.
I take as many words as you want. Think of Corinne,
I
what
can
she's thinking.
answer.
Okay.
I think that people should pick up the red phone because you need to grow in your craft as a hairdresser. And I think that sometimes in our industry, people discredit us as artists and as people because it's a craft that is artistic. It's not an academic craft always. And so it's a way to strengthen and grow your craft and strengthen and grow yourself.
Yeah, I agree. You know, it's all about you. Anybody can do it. It might take you a few years, but you just have to keep going and going and never give up. It's hard to beat somebody that never gives up. And just
Seriously.
say that to yourself, and you can do it. It's in here.
So Harley, Corinne, completely inspirational. Thank you so much for staying with it and keeping with it and winning the gold, not just for the U.S., but winning the gold for the U.S. for the
world.
globe.
The world.
And we can't wait. I know I speak for everybody watching on Modern Salon. We can't wait to see what you two and Natalie, who is our other winner from
Yeah.
the UK, what you guys are going to unleash. Because I know it's going to be.
It
you're
is.
gonna
I think it's
unleash
going to be an unleashing for sure.
what you guys
Yeah.
unleash in Stockholm. So let me have you say, see you all in Stockholm to our
See you
viewers.
See you
in
all in
Stockholm.
Stockholm.
Go, go, well.